Stick to the Plan is the second segment of the 22nd episode of the third season of Mickey Mouse Funhouse, and as always there will be spoilers from now as I go through the episode and share some thoughts. And it's a decent episode. I wasn't quite sure where they were going with this, but I do think we have some good messages here. It starts off with the gang getting ready to go camping at the land of myth and legend, and Mickey has a plan with a picture for every activity, which I love. I think that is such a great way to get younger people, children involved in the planning. I feel like, certainly speaking for myself, a lot of anxieties can come from not knowing and not knowing what's happening next. So by creating an itinerary, but with pictures to make it easier to understand, can be a great way to allow younger children, or children in general, to be involved in the planning, to know what's coming next, and the pictures obviously make that much easier. So I thought that was a really, really great idea. And then things start to go wrong for Mickey. They go fishing, but Clarabelle had actually turned the pond into a wishing pond rather than a fishing pond. And Goofy wishes he could find his missing bathtub plug, which he does find immediately, but then that drains the pond. And Mickey's upset that they can't go fishing anymore. And the others try to tell him that they're still having fun. Look at all of these colourful rocks that were at the bottom of the pond. And this is when it took a different direction, because initially I thought it was going to be about the importance of sticking to a plan and following through. And if you have a plan, it means everybody can do the activities they want to and everybody can join in. And those would have been some great messages. But actually, the message is that you can still have fun and that there is joy in sometimes deviating from the plan, which is also a really important message, because plenty of people, myself very much included, can become very stressed when things don't go according to the plan and when you have to make changes. So I think that that's also a really important message. And Woodsman Willie then joins them for some bird watching, but he's too noisy and the birds fly away, so Mickey is upset. And then they miss the sunset, and the others again have to remind Mickey of all of the fun that they had, and he has to admit that yes, even though it wasn't according to the itinerary, he did have a good time. And then Minnie says something that I think is great. She says, and I quote, "Just because things don't go the way you want them to doesn't mean you still can't have a great time," which is, of course, the message of the full episode. Even if something doesn't go according to plan, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a bad time. And I myself need to be reminded of that quite a lot. I am very much somebody who is all about sticking to the schedule and not deviating from that. So it's a great message for anybody of any age. And then in the morning, they catch the sunrise and Mickey is happy. It's a solid episode. We have some beautiful animation. The outdoors look really brilliant in this animation. We have a lot of lovely colours, a very bright colour palette, and I think Mickey is very relatable there. And we do have some good takeaways, some good opportunities for learning. All things considered, stick to the plan. It's a decent story with some great messages, and ultimately not a bad episode of Mickey Mouse Funhouse.